Go for it.
Okay. Okay, guys, we are starting. I've hit live, and I'm going to go to our CMS system, and I'm going to click go live there. So we should be live. Please refresh your refresh your page. Please refresh the page. I'm just going to type it in the chat, so just in case anyone can't hear me. So yeah, make sure you refresh your page and let me know in the chat once you can hear me and see me. So let me know in the chat when you can hear me and see me, so that I know that you guys are here with me. As I know, we had an eventful webinar yesterday. I've already can see that Daniel can hear me, see me. Tay can, Jennifer, yes, fantastic. Thank you so much. While you're on the keyboard, hit refresh. Okay, great. While you're on the keyboard, let me know where you guys are tuning in from. As some of you may already know, we're from New York, near the Flatiron Building, which is a very nice area.
The big triangle one, if you don't know what that is.
Yeah, just in case you didn't know what the Flatiron Building is, you should Google it. It's a really stunning building. But let me know in the chat where you guys are tuning in from. It's really exciting to see
Colombia,
like we did yesterday, see the diversity here.
Yeah, we got some people coming in already. We've got people from the UK, Colombia. We've got people from London, Ontario, Florida. Well, it's like Florida. They're from Florida, all caps. So you know they're legit.
They're
Hilton Head, love it. St. Louis, Missouri, Austria. Whoa, okay, awesome. Well, welcome from Connecticut, the faraway land of Connecticut, as they say. Oregon, Guyana, Mexico. Bienvenidos. Israel. We've got people from DC. DC says, here, help.
We're here, DC. We're here.
We're here for you, DC.
Thank you so much, guys. That's really helpful because it gives other people time to kind of catch up with us and join. And also, thank you for joining as well. But we'll get the show on the road because I know you guys have been anticipating this for quite some time now. So I will jump straight into it to not waste any time. So I'm going to start this for you here. If I just jump the screen for a sec. We have a new system in place, so we should be good. But obviously, keep us in check if anything is a bit skew-whiff, obviously. But again, thank you so much for joining us. Just want to say thank you for joining us for this workshop. It's how to create your online school and online courses using Teachable, but we do like to call it the Quickstart webinar because it's the place where you do actually learn how to get your school started quickly. So what we're going to do, and like some of you saw maybe yesterday, is we're going to take that learning curve and we're going to bend it a bit for you. And we're just going to show you how easy that process can be.
Real quick before you keep going, I know I'm seeing some stuff about the audio. We're gonna put our mouths a little closer to the mic. Let us know if you can hear us and if you can hear us well.
Thank you, John. Yes, so we want to be very on top of our tech game today. So to break down the agenda of what's going to happen, you're here with us because you're interested in courses or online courses and what to do with them. But you should be asking really important questions like some of you did yesterday as well. Who is this webinar built for and why did we create it? Who did we have in mind when we created it? And who's going to benefit the most from what we're discussing here today? So first and foremost, if you've heard on online courses and you think that they're going to be a great way to monetize your knowledge and expertise, or if you're interested in building your audience and brand online, then this training is going to be perfect for you. If you're someone who is, or someone who already has a business, whether it's online or offline, and you're looking for a way to expand your business with online training, then this webinar will be perfect for you. So online training is a fantastic way to scale your business, to improve your engagement, or to add a new revenue stream. And I'll walk you through exactly how you can do this. Finally, if you're already an expert and if you already have an online course somewhere and you're looking for a platform where you can help make more money, have it work more efficiently and provide you a better experience for your students, then this webinar shall be perfect for you. Now, before I go any further, a quick tech tip from our colleague Cameron. If you're seeing anything blurry or hard to read, we love a good tech tip. Click on the gear icon and select 720p HD, or additionally 1020p HD, and you should be seeing things crystal clear. Moving on, I want to make you two promises today. So the really important, for the next 60 minutes, you're going to learn exactly how you can create and sell your online courses using Teachable. That doesn't sound like much time at all, but if you haven't seen just how easy Teachable is, in fact, the demo itself should only take me about 20 to 25 minutes to build an entire course. So that's how quickly this process can go. Now, the second promise I want to make to you is that this webinar, and I want to be completely upfront and transparent, so there's no tricks, no gimmicks, no surprise sales pitches. I respect you and I respect your time and attention, and that's why I'll tell you right now that at the end of the webinar, there will be an opportunity to sign up, but it's not mandatory and all the information is free. So I want to tell you this in advance so you don't feel like I'm surprising you with a sales pitch, or because you've given us your time again, so I really want to respect that. So we'll do that at the end, but more importantly, here's the game plan for today. Just to give you a breakdown of like the syllabus or the agenda. First and foremost, there's going to be a live demo showcasing exactly how you can create using Teachable to create your online course. Then you're going to go, we're going to talk about something incredibly important. That's how Teachable isn't the easiest way to build your online course. It's the easiest way to actually start making money from them. It takes about 10 seconds to set up payment on Teachable, so no fussing around, no adding bank accounts. It just works, and I can show you how. After that, we're going to talk about how you can do this all today. And again, the main word in that sentence is today. It's about taking action, because it sounds like creating a course is a really big project, or something that you should tackle later on, or something that you should work on next week. And it's really tempting to put off. But I'll show you just how easy it can be. Finally, we're going to go over some real life case studies of people, small businesses who have used Teachable to generate thousands of dollars in monthly course sales for their first online course sales, even if they didn't have massive audiences. And I'm serious when I say these people were generally writing blogs or had YouTube channels or ebooks or podcasting, or even they owned a small business, and they found that Teachable was the platform to unlock their success. Now, just a heads up, you're really going to take some notes. I know it's 2018 and we're surrounded by gadgets and gizmos, but make sure you grab a pen and paper, because it is scientifically proven, apparently, that by writing something down, you will remember it, or you'll be more likely to remember it. Now, before I go ahead, I would love to take a poll in the chat. Let me know if anyone here has created an online course using Teachable before. If you have, give me a yes. If you haven't, give me a no. You can also, of course, say maybe. And John is going to let me know what you guys say, because this will help me tailor the webinar to you guys. Because if I see mostly no's, I'll spend more time going over the basics. More yeses, I'll spend more time over the advanced tips and tricks.
Awesome. Actually, responses are coming in. This is great. Everyone here is looks like they're on the same page. There's lots of no's. Mm-hmm. So no one here has really created an online course using Teachable yet, which is perfect. We've got people saying not yet. Terry says not yet.
Love that.
Yes.
Not yet.
Will says not yet. Elizabeth, no. Victor,
I
not
really
yet.
like that. I want 1080 PhD says yes.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. So what we're going to do is I'll spend most of the time going over the basics,
Great.
but I'll absolutely spend time going over the advanced tips and tricks at the end. Person who says I want 1080 PhD. That's hilarious. Now, a little introduction to your presenters. He might look slightly different, and the name is different. But to my left, I'd love to give an introduction and a massive drum roll to my co-host.
Hi, yeah, my name is actually John. I'm not here. I am not Nick. Nick is also on our team. He's got an epic mustache. Really nice guy. Couldn't make it today, so I'm filling in. I've got big shoes to fill. But I'm John. I'm the head of CRM here at Teachable. If you've received an email from Teachable, it's probably from me. So apologies and you're welcome at the same time, I guess. I'm excited to be here, though. Excited to be here live with y'all and help you walk through the platform. I'll be answering your questions in the chat and helping Katie along with this webinar.
Holding my hand is what I need. Hi guys, I'm Katie Scott and I'm the account manager here, so I work with our enterprise clients, and we'll obviously be jumping into a live Q&A at the end as well to address any questions and concerns. But I know John is rapid on a keyboard, so he will be able to answer as well as we go along. I just wanted to show you this quickly with some fantastic stuff about the platform, or what people have even earned as instructors on the Teachable platform. So we've actually generated, I believe we need to update this on our marketing site, but it's $150 million our instructors have earned to date. So really exciting stat. But what's really exciting to people is we have amazing types of people using the platform. We even have big names, people like Pat Flynn and Seth Godin, New York Times best-selling authors who use Teachable to engage and monetize their already massive brands. And it's not just big people, big names, big brands like the New York Times. We also have, or I'd say the most exciting thing about Teachable for us here at the Teachable HQ is the people getting the best results are people who've come to this webinar and learned all these tips and tricks and actually launched their course a few months later. So people teaching things like card magic or coffee, mushroom coffee, which is a replacement for the normal coffee. It's quite a niche topic, and it is good. We have tried it. People teaching about branding and how you can brand yourself. People teaching online tourism and providing an academy for people how to learn how to do that. Watercolor painting, blacksmithing schools, podcasting schools. And this gentleman, this guy is Alan Perlman, sorry, struggling to speak, and he attended one of these webinars, and a few weeks later, he launched a course he'd been meaning to build for ages about how to be certified as a drone pilot. It was something something that was on his to-do list for a long time, but when he found Teachable, he was able to get it up and running faster than he thought was possible. The best part, he scaled his Teachable business to multiple six figures and left his day job. These are my favorite stories, seeing people come to the webinar, learn what's possible, and then achieve it. So I'd love to know in the chat what ideas, or everyone who's watching here, I'd love to know what your ideas are within the chat. So let me know. It's really great to kind of see the diversity of ideas come through. I always want to do like a matrix download of people's ideas. So let me know in the chat what ideas you have for an online course topic. Maybe you've been mulling it around for a while, or maybe you just want to troubleshoot it. But I'd love to see it in the chat, what you guys are thinking.
Awesome. We've got people coming through right now. Victor says being a drone pilot must be pretty fun. I hear it is. Daniel says blockchain course. I know when I was...
Very hot topic.
Yeah, blockchain is a big deal. Way to go. We actually have some courses on blockchain, so that's a good indicator that you're on the right track, Daniel. One of the things I had thought about was doing a course on email marketing. Martin says teach pianists to improve their chops, learn the Nashville number system, improvise, etc. Yeah, I'm sure that's super valuable. There's a really good guitarist who teaches jazz guitar on Teachable. Web technologies from Joe. Teaching Microsoft Excel, definitely needed from Melissa.
And blockchain again.
Building a brand through social media. Yeah, more blockchain. All right, you guys should get together. That would be that'd be cool.
Collaboration, fantastic. So now that we've done that, I would love, what we're going to do is we're going to jump in here and we're going to actually look at a number of examples of Teachable schools that people already have online. So I'm going to quit sharing my screen for you guys for a hot sec. You may see us. Hi again, we're back. So let me just switch this over. Sorry, John, I keep interrupting John's typing. But I'd love to jump into here and show you about a number of Teachable online courses that are already been successful and are selling on Teachable. So the first is the Foundations of Card Magic. So the two main reasons why I love this course. The first is the topic. Quite frankly, I had no idea how you'd become an expert in card magic, but these guys were actually able to raise, I believe, about 66.5 grand on Teachable so that they could teach card magic online. So if you're thinking your topic is pretty niche or pretty out there or quite small, then it's still absolutely possible to be successful. So the second reason why I love this topic is the sales page. So this is the page that people are going to land on and they're going to decide whether to actually purchase your course as well. So they've got a faded background in the image. They've got some text to give them a breakdown. You could even add a promo video. They have some rich images and descriptions, as well as an author bio. Really great for authenticity. Then breaking this down, we have our lesson plan. And so it just gives the user an understanding of what's within the curriculum before they purchase. You can give a free preview, or they've done free previews here. It's a really good way to entice people into the course. And also we've got some FAQs to address users' concerns before they buy the course, testimonials, which are great for social proof, and again, another call to action button at the bottom. So this page converts really well. The next one I want to show you is Charlie Hohen's Transitions into Doing Work You Love. So again, two reasons why I love this course is the first is the course isn't just about information, it's selling a transformation that the students are going to go through once they've completed it. So instead of the course being called something like Improve Your Resume or How to Network, which I'm sure are what Charlie Hohen can do, certainly, he's called it Transition into Doing Work You Love. So it's really focusing on the transformation that the users are going to go through rather than the information. The second thing that I love, if I just scroll down, where's my mouse gone? If I scroll down to the bottom, is the multiple pricing option. So you can actually buy Charlie's lifetime access and to course and community, where has it gone? There it is, for $200. Or additionally, he's added a VIP option, which is a fantastic way to get, I believe, about 40% of his audience actually opt for the VIP option. So he's actually combined his lifetime access to course and community with private career consultation with Charlie himself. So it's really excellent to provide your users multiple ways to pay you. And Charlie's done this really well and does consulting actually through this as well. So the next one I wanted to show you is Dave Cross's workshop school. So Dave Cross has been teaching Photoshop for about 25 years. And if you're interested in not selling just 1 or 2 courses, but a whole membership site, that's absolutely possible. And it's similar to what Dave Cross has done here. So he has hundreds of courses that are available to his students. I'm actually going to have to whiz down pretty quick because there's so many. I know. I think it comes to equivalent of about $3,000. Oh, no, sorry, for almost 4,200. So if you're looking for a membership site, that's absolutely possible, and Charlie's done it really well here. So he actually offers a monthly membership, so you can gain a lifetime access to all of his courses for $15 per month, or an annual membership fee for $149 to gain access to all of those courses available. So if you're looking to do a membership site or something like that, keep watching. I can absolutely show you how that's done as well. Next I want to show you is Stack Skills. So Stack Skills is one of the largest marketplaces on the internet. Course marketplace just basically means that it's not just your courses contributing to the site, but it's other people's courses contributing to the site as well. So Teachable is still able to handle all the back office work, whether that's paying out affiliates, paying out authors. So the authors are able to contribute courses to the site, and they're able to gain access to everything that they need to edit the site, to see the students, to see the courses, to see their revenue share, but they don't get access to anything else. So if you're looking to have other people contributing courses to the site and have Teachable automatically look after all the admin work and the payouts, that's absolutely possible as well. Two more left. I wanted to show you Viduka. Viduka is really exciting because they hit an amazing milestone of 1 million students on their site, enrolled in their school. But as we saw, a lot of you are joining us from kind of all over, which is really exciting. But it also means a lot of people who come to Teachable want to create a course in a different language. So that's absolutely possible. You can have any language, whether it's left to right or right to left languages on Teachable, and you can change all of the interface, and obviously anything that's added additionally to the courses can be in any language as well. So if you're looking to teach a course in another language, that's absolutely possible. Lastly, but certainly not least, Teachable looks great automatically out of the box. But if you want to take it even further and you know how to code or work with CSS, or maybe you can hire someone that does, and you want to take your site to the next level, you can use our Power Editor tool, which basically gives you the option to utilize the CSS and the HTML. Hilbert have done this really well by adding some customizations, whether it's faded images to the side, but they've also added a custom corporate page, which basically means that a company can purchase Hilbert's content and supply it to their employees as a benefit as well. So if you're looking to utilize Teachable a little bit more advancedly, then you can absolutely do that as well. Now, I want to jump straight into a demo for you guys. Now, I'm going to walk you through how you can start setting up your school and your site, but I wouldn't worry about doing this with me. I would just grab a pen and paper, jot down some notes, and feel free to ask any questions in the chat as we go through this. So I'm going to create an account. I'm going to call it October, 5th. Quickstart. This isn't actually my email, so
it's a very specific email
yes,
address,
that would be very odd, but wait, Teachable, can't spell, teachable.com. I'm also going to add in my password, which I can't give you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Really?
Don't say it out loud, John. I'm also going to agree to our terms of use and our privacy policy, which basically just breaks down that Teachable doesn't own any of your content, your students, or your data. You own all of that, including your pricing. So I'm also going to name my school. You can also change the name of this at any point later on. So I'm just going to jump in there. I'm going to quickly fill in a little questionnaire that we have, or that will prompt up about where I'm from. Oh, I'm in the Bahamas today. Amazing. And I'm going to enter my school, and that's all we've had to do. Our school is sat here ready, waiting for content to be added to it and ready to be launched. So we have a step-by-step guide of how you can do that. You've got to sign up to a free webinar, which you've already done, create a course, customize the look and feel, set up a domain, and yes, it's all laid out there for you as well. So I'm going to jump in here and I'm going to create a course. I would love to know from you guys what you want us to teach. So it can be something funny. We normally get how to fly a dragon or how to get into Hogwarts. I have a feeling that's because of my accent, but I already got in, so I don't need the school for it. But let me know in the chat if you have any ideas on what we can teach. And I know John is dying to tell me what people people say.
We'll pick the best idea.
Absolutely. I'm gonna add in my bio while John is gonna read your answers and what we should teach.
My gosh, Terry came out swinging, making the ultimate s'mores. Okay, Sheila got political
strong.
Here. All right. How to teach how to herd kittens. That's like the most fun and frustrating job, I bet. Hacking the Gibson. I'm assuming that's a guitar.
I would not have known that.
But that would be interesting. I actually, personally, as a guitar player, would love to hear that. How to safely explore the dark web. How to get fairy wings. Honestly, I think I'm going to go with Terry's. Making the ultimate s'mores, like it makes me a little hungry.
Was that the cat herding one?
No, making the ultimate s'mores. The cat herding one is pretty good too.
I love
from
the cat herding,
yeah.
but I like the small one too. Okay, who is that from? Where's that one?
From Terry Britton.
Oh, Terry, nice one. Okay.
Loving it.
S'mores with Terry. It's Terry and me actually. It's gonna be Terry and Katie, because I'm gonna add myself as the author. But it's okay, Terry. Well, I'll share a s'more with you. I would actually love a s'more right now.
Sounds like Terry's got the actual recipe. So
fantastic. Okay, so while you guys were doing that, I've just entered in some basic information about the course. So you can add in a bio. I'm gonna put s'mores. Oh. S'mores. I don't know. S'mores is going to be the subtitle. But you can add in custom text. You can add in images. We have royalty-free stock images. And all I'm going to do is select create a course, and you can edit that at any time. And now we're in the actual curriculum section as well. So to break down a little bit of terminology about our sections and lectures. Basically, you can think of this like a book. So a book might have 5 chapters with 10 pages each. In the same way, a course might have 5 sections with 5 lectures, 10 lectures each. The lectures basically equal the individual pages where the content lives, and the students advance from lecture to lecture, and the sections just organize the lecture, and so you can group them by topic or theme or area. So we're going to jump in here and we're going to create our first lecture. You can take content from your computer, from Dropbox, OneDrive. I'm going to call it something really original, Lecture 1, and I'm going to choose a file. I'm going to take it from my computer instead of Dropbox. Or OneDrive, and then it's going to create this block image like you can see here. So this gives me the option to drag and drop it into any order that I need. I can also enable it to be downloaded so that students can gain full access if they're traveling or if they're on the move. And I want to add something a bit more engaging. Hopefully, I'd love to have a s'mores video, but I've got a surfing video. I think that's kind of close because you can have s'mores on the beach or something. That's a very thin connection. And so if I wanted, I've now got a PDF block, and I've also got a video block that I've added here. If I want to, instead of messing around with any of the HTML or anything, to add comments or to give users the option to be able to comment within a lecture, all I have to do is toggle this on, and that's it. I could also moderate that if need be, or have it free-flowing, or vice versa. I actually want to add a text block in here to talk about all my experience me and Terry have had about cooking s'mores for years over a open fire, and I just want to is this making you really hungry?
I really want some s'mores right now.
Great. I'll just use some demo text. It's actually it's our bacon Ipsum text, but that will do.
Oh my gosh, s'mores with bacon.
This is too much. Okay, but we're having the s'mores on the beach, so we're going to add a beach image as well. That's really important. And then this is our text block that's been added into our content. Now, if you've used anything like Microsoft Word, Google Word, you can highlight it, make it bold, highlight it, make it italic. It's very similar like that. I'm also going to add in a quiz. Can you have s'mores with bacon? Yes. Sorry, I struggle to talk while I also type. No. I mean, of course is the answer. Have you ever tried bacon s'mores?
No, just the idea of it is just like,
now
oh my
I think
gosh.
We're onto something.
Yeah.
Who is...
Kat was talking about, Kat says, breakfast s'mores.
Ooh.
Yeah,
oh my God.
I feel like you could see that at IHOP, the International House of Burgers. It's pretty soon, maybe. Maybe when it was the International House of Pancakes.
Absolutely.
Definitely Waffle House.
Yeah. So we're gonna also put who is presenting. So you can obviously, you get the point. You can obviously add as many. There's no limit to the amount of content that you can add here. You can drag and drop these into whatever order that you want. And then that's going to add a quiz block as well. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, goodness, you guys are moving way too fast. But there may be some of you in here that are thinking, oh my God, you are so slow. Please hurry up. So, which I totally get. So that's fine. If you already have a bunch of content that's already ready to be uploaded and to go, one of my favorite features is our bulk uploader. So you can do a bulk upload of your documents that you've already created. So what's going to happen is Teachable is automatically going to process these into individual lectures and separate them out and add them in. So just like that, we've gone ahead and added 7 video lectures. So we've created a fantastic lecture, the best lecture ever, an okay lecture, a super duper lecture, my personal favorite lecture, an incredible lecture, a really fantastic lecture, in about 10 seconds. So if you already have content ready to be uploaded and published, then you can absolutely do a bulk upload. Again, you have the option to make content downloadable if you see that that's if that's what you need for your students, or you can toggle it off as well. And a great feature to use is we have a free preview feature. So that means anyone who hasn't enrolled in the course, but they want to have a little preview or a snippet before they get into the course or purchase the course, you can absolutely do that. And all you have to do is toggle on that eye icon as well. So there we go. We've already added we've added a bunch of content and lectures, and we've done a bulk upload as well. Something to note, and a new feature that we have is you are able to provide certificates of completion within Teachable. So once someone has completed a particular course, it can automatically trigger a certificate which can go out to users. Maybe that's there's 3 templates that you can use, or you can customize your own certificate yourself as well. Now, before I go any further, a lot of people ask me about pricing. Now, they frequently, John, I'm sure you get this as well, they frequently ask, what is the price that's going to get me the maximum amount of sales? How can I price it so that I earn $1 million overnight? So unfortunately, I can't give you a specific price, but I can give you 2 pieces of advice that can boost your sales by up to 50%. So the first is give your users ways to pay you more. So first, give your users ways to pay you more, and second, give your users multiple ways to pay you. So the reason you do this is so, like I believe it was Charlie Homan did, a lot of people will go for VIP options, so they can fully, sorry, forgot how to speak. So they can engage fully with either the instructor or purchase as much as they need. So I'm going to add in a option. So this course is going to go for $299. You can put it in any currency, and I'm going to add that pricing. And that's all you have to do. You can actually go and purchase s'mores with Terry and Katie right now. I recommend you don't, to be honest. But you can absolutely do that now, and we haven't linked anything up. So another option so that I can address the giving users multiple ways to pay me, giving users more reason to pay me more, is I'm going to add a VIP option for, let's say, $900. Going to name it VIP option. You can add a description in any currency again, and I'm just going to add that pricing. And it's already added. I'm also going to add a payment plan, so it can give the user an option to pay over time. I recommend you actually price this. I'm going to call this pay over time. I actually recommend you price this so about 20% above your top price, so that users, they will be paying, I believe, about 20% more, but that's because you're giving them the option to pay over a long period of time. Now, before I go any further, I want to go to my informations page, and that is just the information page that people are going to understand what they're purchasing. So this is when I can add a thumbnail, which basically represents the course around the school. I can replace images using our royalty-free images. I'm actually going to just add only one, so I'm going to upload that. I'm also going to add a promo video, because I think that's a really good way to prompt people to either view what's in the course, or even give them the opportunity to kind of get a snippet of what's going to be within the course as they're going through. So I'm going to add the promo video. I wish it was me eating a s'more. Actually, that would be disgusting. So I'm just going to add a video. That would actually be horrible. I'm just going to add a video about someone typing in text. It's rather boring, but we're going to go ahead and go with it. I'm going to publish this course so that we can do a little preview. But before I go ahead and do that, I also want to change some things and show you a number of other things before we move on. So our sales page that's the place where we were. That's the page where users are going to land on to see whether or not they're going to purchase this course. So I'm going to add in a royalty-free stock image that we have already set. We've tried to think of all the small details here. So even if you can't see the text very well, we've even got a native slider to have a darken overlay so that you can see the text. You can move, I think you're getting the gist that we like to work with blocks here. So you can obviously move these blocks into any order that you want. So I've got an author bio, I've got a description, and I think what's really good is to have something like a testimonial to add in. Really great for social proof. For users. I'm going to take an image from my computer. I'm actually going to take our CEO, Encore Nagpal. He hasn't made me keep a picture of him, don't worry, that would be super weird on my computer, but I'm going to call it Encore Nag, could you imagine?
Nagpal.
Ooh, whoa. Nagpal. Oh my god, I can't spell his name.
This keyboard's pretty hard to type.
I know. Nagpal. Well, now I've actually blanked.
Hey, Encore's your pal. It's great.
Encore P.
Yep.
Wait, I've completely blanked. That's embarrassing. Okay, whatever. And he's the CEO of Teachable. Oh, I've just worked out. Okay, whatever. Yeah, and so you can drag and drop these in any order that you want. And other things that you can add, you could do more promo videos, a better description. What's really exciting as well here is this information is duplicated in other places as well, so you don't have to repeat it. I wanted to show you our single page checkout system. Now this is incredible because it means that you don't have to pay for an additional service, something like Samcart or I can't think of another one, but they're about $100 per month, and we've actually got a natively built single page checkout system similar to something like Amazon, so that people actually create their account and they enter their credit card details before they leave any page. So it's all on one page. You can edit and change this. You can add testimonials and badges to really help convince them and not have any abandoning cart. And we actually saw a 40% increase in instructors' sales the moment we added this to our platform. And one more thing just before we move on is our thank you page. You can even add upsells here, which is a really great way to entice people in to either your next course or your next thing that you can offer them as an upsell right after they've purchased this course or another course as well. So I just want to jump back here and give you an overview of what we've done. We've created a course. I want to jump in to customize the look and feel. So I want to upload a background image. I think this is what we're going to need to actually create the s'mores. We're going to go for that tools image. Again, I can have a darkened overlay here, and I can even change the text of the entire layout of the school, and also the color format as well. I'm pretty happy with the custom font font and colors that are already there. So I'm just going to jump to the domain. You automatically get given a Teachable domain with any school that you sign up, but you can obviously have a custom domain if you want as well. So I'm going to confirm that one, and a custom domain obviously takes out teachable.com, so you can always do that at a later date if need be. Navigation, you can select navigation, or you can give users an option to jump to a different page from a logged in or logged out perspective. I want to have it land on what we've worked on, because we've worked on this really hard, and I appreciate you guys also being here with me for this process as well. Now, a number of things I want to recap before we jump into the actual curriculum and the sales page of the course is that we've created this within about, I can't even think, I don't know, 20 minutes, John?
Yeah, it's been very short.
About 20 minutes. So I want to go over the sales page, and I want to go over the curriculum. So this is the sales page that users land on and that they can decide. So we've got the image in the background, your instructor bio, your testimonial. You can change these in any order that you would want. You've got the text, the image, the full curriculum. And if you want users to be able to view Teachable via a mobile phone, we are automatically optimized to all mobile phone devices. Well, that makes my face really large. We're going to move on quickly. But you can absolutely, you don't have to do anything. This automatically comes with Teachable, it's optimized to all mobile phone devices. So if a user is going through and using it, they can still function with Teachable on their mobile phone device. We also have all of our pricing plans that we've added, but I want to jump into the back end. Let's say we've now purchased or enrolled into the course. We have a really simple, our design philosophy is supposed to be very clean and simple for a user to be able to progress through a course without contacting you, the instructor, so that you can focus on your content and being able to provide them great content as well. So this is how the PDF is displayed within Teachable. You can make it downloadable, and all they would have to do here is select the download button. I have this really awesome surfing video. It's not me. One day, maybe. I've also got the text and the images that we've added. We have the really exhilarating quiz that we've added in that we can progress through. And obviously, can you have s'mores with bacon? I think is the...
Of course.
Of course. I was like, I said of course and yes.
It could have been. It could have been.
Could have been.
The other one too. Yeah.
For students, they can also comment on this because I gave them the option. Really great for engagement. And what's going to happen is it's going to populate as a thread beneath the lecture, so that other users can see that too. As they complete and continue the course, you can see the progression bar that gives them the percentage of completion with these exhilarating videos clearly. But that's just to give you a brief overview of what we've built out here in Teachable. And so I really, really want to thank you so much for your time with that and your attention, because I know that is a lot that we have covered. But there's something that I think is really important that we've gone over, because we've spent a bunch of time talking about the tech, but the really important thing that I want to see is, or I want to talk about, is you guys. So now that we've spent a bunch of time talking about the tech, or talking about Teachable, I want to talk about you guys and how we've watched tens of thousands of courses launch on Teachable, and there are two essential things that you need to build and create a successful course online. The first is the tech. You need a stable, beautiful, easy to use platform that's gonna, thank you, platform that's gonna be, sorry, I'm just getting distracted. John's distracting me, I've decided. That's going to be the backbone of your course, no matter how quickly you scale or how big your imagination gets. It needs to be simple, powerful, that enables you to start selling with ease. The second part, though, is the hard part. That's the strategy and the method, and it's the proven plan to follow from people who've already done this before. So the really hard part And there are so many ways you can go about creating and marketing your course. So trying to figure it out via trial and error can be a bit of a nightmare. So with Teachable, we've solved the first problem, but we're determined to address the second part as well. You'll find plenty of guides and guidelines out there. They're as common as muck. But the thing is, pretty much all of those guides are based on one person's experience with 1 or 2 launches to the same kind of audience. But here at Teachable, we've got behind the scenes data on tens of thousands of schools. We've talked to instructors, we've analyzed conversion rates and content, and we've dug deep down into the data available. It's an incredible resource and quite frankly, a bit of an unfair advantage. So we've seen exactly what works and we've seen what doesn't work quite so well. I know. So no trial and error necessary. So we wanted to expedite that learning curve and help you take advantage of that too. We want to take the second part and we want to give you the step-by-step in-depth guide on exactly what to do. And that's why that's why we've created this offer for you guys today. So everyone who joins us is going to get some incredibly valuable features. Now, before I go over the features, I wanted to tell you about a bit about our plans. We have 2 main plans on Teachable: the business plan, which is $500 per month, and the professional plan, which is $100 per month. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be quite transparent. I don't think you should upgrade to the business plan. It's a highest end plan, which we offer to individuals, and it's built for people already doing 5 to 6 figure months on online courses. So people like Pat Flynn, Melissa Griffin, and Seth Godin. These people have large teams, so they need 25 admin accounts or hundreds of admin accounts, and they sell to businesses and corporations. So they need our bulk student manager, they need custom user roles. So if this plan's right for you, you can obviously upgrade at any time, but with all of our plans, we're very flexible because we want to tailor it to the instructor's needs, so you can upgrade and downgrade as you see fit to your business. The professional plan is by far our most popular plan, and that's probably because it has 90% of the features of the business plan at 1/3 of the price. So with the pro plan, you get unlimited courses and students, so you can scale as much as you'd like, a custom domain to match your brand, learner progress tracking, advanced reporting and analytics, so that you can use your data to make great decisions about your school. And you get a fully managed affiliate program, which means we don't just track your affiliates, we can also pay them out for you and send them their tax forms. Your school will have graded quizzes for better assessments, multiple instructors who can contribute courses to the school, even drip content that will automatically release course content out over time. But the biggest reason why people use the pro account is for this. It's no transaction fees and instant payouts. All you have to do is link your Stripe and PayPal account, and all the sales will go directly and automatically and instantly for you with no transaction fees. So that's pretty huge. The best part is that if you don't want to deal with any of the admin headaches at all, we can process the payment for you and then send you the payment every 30 days. When you do that, we also handle the admin affiliate work like tax form payouts and affiliate payouts as well. So here's everything you get for joining us on this webinar today. If you upgrade, in addition to the professional plan, you will also get full access to Teachable U. And this is our flagship guide on how to choose, and it goes over to courses and topics like how to choose and create and sell courses. It covers everything from choosing your topic, building your audience, creating and selling courses, and launching your course, which is a massive part of being successful as a course creator. Now, we even host monthly live webinars, which are hosted by our partners and they're experts in their field, and we'll go over that in a little bit. So this offer is for 24 hours, but for anyone who signs up or signs up during the actual webinar itself or until we're done during the Q&A, you also get a fast action bonus as well, which I'll touch upon in a second. So the thing to know about these courses is that the courses that have been created for Teachable U, it isn't just information, but it's also resources. So when you get the course, you also get all the downloads, all the resources that you need to execute the strategies that we give you. So this means you get our calendars, our checklists, our email templates and downloads. So we've even got courses on choose your course topic or how to choose your course topic. To date, Teachable instructors have earned more than $150 million selling courses. From that experience, we've learned that there's a simple, repeatable formula for building a successful course business. And it starts with choosing the perfect topic and idea. And this course breaks down the process on exactly how you can do that. We've also got, oh my goodness, who is that?
Who is that guy? He looks really familiar.
Yeah, John has a fantastic... Do you want to talk about this, John?
Yeah, sure. So this is my section of Teachable You. I talk about how to build your audience. So really to grow your, like it says here on the slide, to grow your audience from 0 to 500, we talk about different strategies such as creating a mini course, things like that to find, ways to find and grow your audience online so that you can really start selling your course online. And I've got an excellent beard in that
I know,
in that
strong.
module.
It is strong. Bring it back.
It's a strong beard.
I love it.
Yeah.
Winter's coming, so you'll need it.
It is. Yeah, it's a good one. You don't want to miss that.
Exactly. And we've also got how to create your course, and this breaks down processes where people before starting off, they're really worried about how they're going to create high quality and engaging courses. Maybe not comfortable being in front of a video, or what video equipment do I use, or how to be a natural writer, or how to design the course sounds intimidating. And Jess Couture actually breaks this all down, and she leads head of partnerships here at Teachable. We've also got how to launch your course, and we've boiled down hundreds of successful course launches down into specific, easy to replicate formula so that you can follow it without a drop of experience as well. Additionally to that, not only do you get all those courses, but you get access to our live partner workshops, and these webinar classes, and these are led by our partners, and you gain access to them. So a recent one which was held was about Facebook ads and how you can create a mini course with Kima Luna, and also how to increase your Instagram following with Elisa Drama as well, who I think has, I've lost count of how many Instagram followers she actually has. So we have multiple, we have these monthly, and they are live as well. So it's great to interact with these guys too. So the Teachable You is great by itself, and all the webinars within it as well. But if you actually wanted that additional help and more hands-on help, we do have a fast action bonus. Now, like I said, it's for the next 24 hours, but everyone who signs up during the webinar itself will actually get 8 weeks of live group coaching calls. So these are intimate group small sessions led by the Teachable team, and they always turn into a master style format, people sharing success stories, learning lessons from each other, and getting insight on other instructors and the Teachable team. So these are incredibly valuable, and you'll get 8 weeks access to them for free when you join us on Teachable today. So when you sign up, you're going to get all of these included. In addition to signing up to that, here's everything that you would get during the webinar. But for those of you who are worried, you're like, why on earth would I go for this? Not sure if it's right for me just yet. I want to tell you about our 30-day money-back guarantee. So you have 30 days to go through all of the courses, join the webinars, join coaching calls, try out the platform. And if you're not satisfied with Teachable and you don't think it's the right platform for you or your business, that's totally okay. It's not right for everyone. Just let us know, and you'll get 100% money-back guaranteed. So you will get a full refund after 100 days. So that's why we call it 100% risk-free decision. So you can upgrade today, take advantage of all the bonuses, downgrade in a few weeks, and still keep everything. Now, at this point, I really hope you're asking, how on earth are you able to offer this? Why would you be offering full access to thousands of dollars worth of features? Let us download stuff, keep resources, join the webinars, come to the live group coaching calls. It sounds too good to be true. And when something sounds too good to be true, it normally is. But I wanted to explain how we can offer this. So the answer is we're a software company. Now, that doesn't basically... What that means is back in the day with Teachable, we used to make about 1/3 of our revenue on what we called training revenue. We sold Teachable U content, we sold group coaching, we made a lot of money that way. But when we sat down and dug deep into the data, we learned a few things. First, we learned that people who used these trainings were more successful than people who didn't. People who completed Teachable U were more likely to have over 500 students, and people who used our group coach calling were more likely to make over $1,000 per month. And crucially, people who used our training stuck around longer and paid us more. So when we saw this, and after we did the math, we realized that in the long run, Teachable will be more successful as a business if we gave access to people who joined access to all these incredible resources. So yes, we'd lose out on upfront revenue, but those bonuses and those features make you guys more successful. So when you're more successful, you're more likely to keep paying us, referring friends, business partners, and other things that make us more successful as well. So that's the nice thing about this business, is we are only successful if you guys are. So Now, we have one more plan actually, which might be right for you if you fall into a particular set of circumstances. If you're not planning to launch within the next 6 months, or if you're not planning on making more than $1,000, and if you don't want any group help getting started, then you might consider the basic plan as well. The basic plan doesn't have all the features of the professional plan, but you can still get started with it for sure. You'll have unlimited courses, students, you have drip content, but on the basic plan, we process all the payments on your behalf and charge a transaction fee, and then we'll send out the payment every 30 days. That's why most people go for the professional plan. So we're going to stop sharing the screen and jump into a live Q&A in a second. I mean, we're still live now, but we are going to be face-to-face with you guys, kind of. But thank you again for those who have already joined. I can see on our back end that a few of you had. Select the button. Make sure you select the button. I forget if it's above or below. But
I think it's above.
Thank you. Above.
Yes.
But let us know in the chat once you do. I'd love to expedite your bonuses and personally welcome you guys once you upgrade. What will happen? Oh, but if you have an account, make sure you select login instead of creating a new account. Excuse me. And what will happen is you'll receive an email from us on how to access your Teachable account and Teachable You. And if you upgrade to professional plan and during the live Q&A, you'll receive an email on how to get to the coaching calls as well. If you need any help on the other side, we have about 5 times as large customer care team who are sat behind me, who are there waiting to help you guys out if you need any trouble. But we're going to jump into a quick Q&A, and I would love to hear your questions, and thank you for your attention with that. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen, or I'm going to switch over. Oh yeah, give us a glamour light.
Real quick before we go into the Q&A, whenever somebody does upgrade in the chat, and lets us know in the chat, we have this tradition of doing a virtual high five and an actual high five. It
wouldn't be the same without it.
So I've counted like 3 people who have upgraded since. So Kat, Terry, and Tien.
So can we do 3?
Yeah, we have to do 3.
Virtual high five?
Yeah, we're
it's 3 in a row. So virtual
boom.
high five.
Oh, this. Okay.
On camera.
Yes. All right.
Wow,
that was
I'm sorry.
fun. Love it. Okay.
And also awesome. Thank you so much. And I want to make sure that I'm addressing any questions that you guys have. So give me a second. I'm just going to make sure I have your questions up. John, have any questions come in the meantime?
I got it. Yeah. So Chris just asked, how are the bonuses given? You'll get those via email. You'll get an email that'll give you a link to but they're all served within your Teachable admin area.
Mm-hmm. What happened? Yeah. Sorry, go on.
No, you've got it now.
Yeah, so I stole it. What will happen is it's automatically tracked on the back end once you select that, and then an email will be sent out. And any problems, let us know. But you should receive it pretty instantaneously.
Yes.
And yeah, great question.
I know Victor and Chris. I think a few other people had questions. Jeanette had questions earlier. That if you guys want to type those in again.
Any repeats, if we miss any, let us know. Kat says totally did a high five. Thanks, Kat. I really believe that. I hope that. Erica says, great webinar, guys. Thank you. I'm going to join at Pro. Erica, awesome. Virtual high five, real high five. And keep us up to date on your progress, because we frequently, you can join our Facebook group, so it's called the Facebook Tribe. I frequently creep on there, but it's really great to see people's progress after they've done this webinar in a moment's time. CR says, is there a coupon code? So there's no coupon code. You just select the button and follow that, and that will automatically track your email address. If you've already signed up for Teachable, make sure you select login instead of creating a new account, just because there's no duplicates there, or just so you don't have 2 accounts. But you can obviously have 2 accounts. There's no restriction there. Terry says no need. Terry, answering questions for me. Thank you. And if you're looking for a job, we are hiring.
We are hiring.
I like that you're helping. Erica says, oops, I'm going to join the pro plan today. If I launch and sold, say, 50 courses in the 15th of October, when would I see those funds available in Stripe? So if you're joining, great question. If you're joining with Pro and you struggling with words, you would get instant payouts with the Pro account. So yes, you get instant payouts. If you go on the basic, we have to buffer for 30 days. And the reason we do that is because we automatically offer students a 30-day refund policy. You guys have the flexibility to choose your refund policy on other plans, on the Pro plan as well, or on our custom gateway. Is what I'm trying to say. Victor says, questions. What if a customer wants a refund? Oh, okay, we're touching upon that. Refund and or if they want to have no refund policy. Yep, so you can, now, before I say you can choose to have whatever refund policy you want, it does depend on what payment gateway you go for. But also, I would recommend having a refund policy. And the reason I say that is because it instills like a great amount of trust within your student with the instructor, as well as them understanding that the quality is going to be there. And also you want students to be able to go through your course and be satisfied. You would not want students to go through and be like, I'm not happy with this course, I want a refund, and to be butting heads. You want them to, they're going to give you super valuable feedback once someone's gone through your course. So I do highly recommend that you offer a refund policy, but it's totally up to you depending on the payment gateway that you use. Terry says, high five, Dulux from me. Thanks, Terry. Virtual high five, real high five. Victor, question. Is there a way to download all of the content of my school course at one place with one click, or do I need to download each individual video, etc. individually? So you can, do you mean for yourself, Terry, or do you mean for your students? Because what the students can do is they can actually select to download individual parts of content. But for yourself, I would recommend having a backup, but we also host with AWS, so there should be no problem there. Barry, very awesome webinar. Thanks, Barry. That's hilarious. Janine says, where do I type a question? I can only see chat. You exactly where you put that comment, ask a question. How much is the Pro, says Deborah? So it's $99 per month. And with that, you would get full access to Teachable U, which are all those courses that I broke down. You get full access to the monthly live webinars, and you get 8 weeks of group Q&A coaching as well. Tina says, if I have a Teachable process payment for me, are they subject to your terms and conditions, or do I have a draft terms and conditions of my school? So you do agree to our terms and conditions, which also reinstate that you own all of your students, your content, your data, but you can also additionally add in your own terms of use for your students going through as well. Nesli says, how profitable are language courses on Teachable? I mean, I can't give you a specific number, but we have a bunch of them, and they are very successful as well. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of one to give an example.
I can't remember the instructor, but there's one. I thought that was interesting because
German. That's another one.
Oh, smart. There you go. Smart German. There's one. There's a Spanish-speaking one that she's actually very relatively famous in that sphere. So I think a lot of it depends on your, like, where you want your course to go and how much you want to put into it to make it. I mean, it really is something like you get what you get out of it, what you put into it. So
yeah, I think that's a great point. And also, to give an example, so you're asking specifically about language courses, but we've got successful courses on how to milk a goat, or milk iron deficiency in goats. And this woman is turning a profit. It's the most niche course I can think of. But just to give you an idea of how some courses are really successful, it just does depend on what you finding your niche and going through the process of making sure you're picking the right topic, making you're providing the content that the students want. That's why in the Teachable U, we actually break down processes on how you can beta test your course before even creating all of it. So I think that's super, super important, but that's a really great question. I've
got a great example of a niche course by Alex Steele. That's his real name, and it's a blacksmithing course. I just posted in the chat, but it's just a great example of a super profitable course on something that is just, out there in terms of what your topic is. So again, this is a really big power to the teacher here. You can do a lot with this, no matter what it is.
Kathy says, "Yay, signed up."
Awesome, yay, Kathy.
High five, real high five.
Someone else did. Deborah also said.
Oh, nice. Virtual high five, real high five. Sorry, we'll get it. We'll get it.
Deborah's saying I'm trying to upgrade to Pro by clicking the button at the top, and then it tells me my email is already in use. Yeah, that happens. There is they're down right by the place to put in, I think, your school name.
It will just say login instead of be able to create your account.
There's
so
a
it should
small,
be at the bottom.
yeah, there's a small link in one of those boxes that says like log in, already a user. Click that and it'll take you through the flow from there.
Exactly. Sheila says, how do refunds work for the students? So if a student does request a refund from you, you can automatically go into the back end and just select to give them a refund. It's like a super simple process. Doug says, can you please repeat the benefits for signing up now? Absolutely. So I'm going to just quickly, without spilling my tea, I'm going to show this. Wow, I cannot multitask very well. So basically for signing up during the live Q&A, it also includes the fast action bonus. What am I doing? Oh yes, okay, sorry. Not the slickest on this thing. So if you sign up today, you get the professional plan. And if you don't go for the professional plan and you get the basic, you still get full access to Teachable U, which encase all of these topics on how to choose your topic idea before you even start creating a course, building your audience, creating your course, launching your course. And these are step-by-step guides and formulas that we've broken down processes from thousands of people teaching. So we've really done a lot of research into these, and it's experts in their fields who have created these courses. Monthly live webinars with partners, whether that's how to improve your Instagram following or how to create a mini course. They're monthly and they're with our partners. And if you join during the live Q&A or until the end of this webinar, you also get 8 weeks access of our group coach calling calls, which are intimate sessions, which are led normally by Cameron, who who's head of sales and accounts here. But they're super intimate. You can actually talk to us rather than us talking at you and just having a chat. So they're really valuable, and a lot of people who do them have actually come back and be like, hey, I created the drone school, which was so cool to see. Neslie says, probably depends heavily on the popularity of the specific language in question. Very true, Victor, but also breaking down the processes on how you market it, if you're finding the right audience that are coming into it. So there is a lot of processes that you can work with to make sure, to help it be successful as well, dependent on topic, language, and whatnot as well. Deborah says, I have 30 days I have 30 days to downgrade and cancel. Absolutely, Deborah. So it's really important for us at Teachable, for instructors to be happy. Same way we hope you do with your audience. We want you guys to be happy with the platform. That's why you own your content, you own your students. That's why if you need to upgrade, you can. If you need to downgrade, you can. If you need to leave, take your stuff, take your data, you can. Teachable doesn't keep any of that as well. Doug says, I'm very interested, but I need about 2 weeks to finish up a project. Doug, no problem. You can upgrade whenever you need to, obviously. We're still here. We do these webinars, but I can't guarantee the offer will be the same, just FYI. But make sure you're ready, obviously. And you can feel free to ask us any questions at later on, let's say if you're leaving now, at support@teachable.com. Yeah.
I don't know if you saw, but CR upgraded. And
hey. No, I didn't.
They already got their bonuses.
Yay.
And then also
I hope you joined the coaching. Sorry.
No worries. Deborah has been having some trouble upgrading, so I referred her to talk to her support team.
Oh, fab.
But there's Jennifer also asked a question here. It kind of went under the radar. She said, and Terry seconded that question. She said, does Teachable include sales funnels, email subscriptions, and landing pages?
Great question. Sorry, sales funnels, emails, and
landing pages. Sales pages.
Yes, yes, and yes.
The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. To give you a more of a long-winded answer, what you are able to do is to create a landing page or a sales page per course that you create as well for your users. A lot of people, they do that, or some people already have a website, so they complement their site with Teachable, which is really cool to see. I actually have a great and awesome example of someone who's done this with us as well. So this is Simon Sinek, who you may have seen him on one of the TED Talks. He's done a number of TED Talks about how to find your perfect job, or I think that's what it is. I actually need to rewatch it. I've watched it a bunch, but I clearly haven't taken it in. But so this is his main site, and he has complemented it with Teachable. So if I go to products, I just went to products and then why discover courses, and it takes me to his Teachable page. So that's absolutely possible to have that landing page, that sales page. And again, to jump to your other question is emails. Yes, we absolutely do have native emails within Teachable. I would note, or just like preference this, that it's great for doing mass emails to, say, a cohort of a course or an entire school. But I would suggest using a CRM system like MailChimp, ConvertKit, or something like that if you wanted more complicated segmentation or organizational flows. So just to be transparent, I think it's very good for blast emails, but anything a bit more complicated or having a CRM system, which I think is super important for a business, I would recommend having that. And that's why we integrate really well with platforms like that, because we are great at the hosting technology, the tech behind hosting courses, where we leave other businesses to do things like email marketing or something like that. I'm talking really fast because I get very excited. So if I am, tell me to shut up and slow down.
Real quick, I do want to mention S upgrade, and so did Daniel. So we got two virtual high fives.
That was a good one. Oh, right.
Yeah. All right.
I'm sorry if that hurt your ears.
Yeah. Sorry, everyone.
A little bit. Victor says, cool, I love Ethiopia. Me too. I don't know. There's a conversation going on here, which is hilarious.
Nestle's talking about the 6 languages that they're going to be teaching. So Creole,
wow.
Creole, and they're not globally known. And Ethiopia's Amharic.
Okay, that's super cool. I
love that. So sac passe. Yeah, all right. Nestle, nice.
That's super cool. Barry says, I'm very excited too. That's amazing. I love that. Ton of history in that country. Okay, wow. You guys, I think I should just leave. They're like having a great session. Yeah. That's hilarious. Terry says, you integrate well with Aweber then? Correct. Yes. We also, we work with a tool called Zapier, which gives us even more flexibility to integrate or to work with I think like hundreds of other platforms. So Aweber, yes, we do as well. And sorry, I didn't actually explain that very well. Zapier just is a platform that connects other platforms to each other. I can go into more detail if you want as well. Doug says, I have a meeting to run. Thank you so much for the information and tutorial. Huge help. Virtual high five, real high five, Doug. That was nice and quick.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining, Doug. I really, really appreciate that. Run fast. Victor says, fun fact, Haiti funded so... Oh, yeah, go on. Kat said, I want to make sure my question isn't missed. Kat said, I want to make sure my question isn't missed. Are you using the Teachable platform to give this webinar or another service? Got you. Great question. So this is a custom built thing. It's a combination of something like YouTube Live, Google Hangouts, and something else. It's proprietary. So this is built in React. Exactly. But you are able to do, and we frequently see people do this, you are able to do webinars within Teachable as well. So anything with an iframe can be embedded directly into Teachable. That basically just means you are copying and pasting it sounds kind of complicated, but it's as simple as copying and pasting a link, say from YouTube Live or anything. It could be a Google Monkey, Survey Monkey, Google form, or something like that. Can be embedded directly into Teachable. So it's behind that, it's within your Teachable course. So that, let's say if you're hosting a webinar, forgetting to speak, if you're hosting a webinar, you can sell that as well as a service. And what's really exciting, Kat, is we're even starting to see people, actually we're seeing this quite a lot, is people selling like consulting. We've even seen people selling, so what they'll do is they'll sell a consulting session, and then they'll add in a Zoom link or their calendar, access to the calendar, so someone can go through the flow of selecting a time and being there to receive the consulting session as well. Another really cool thing is virtual passes. People who host conferences, they record their conferences and then they add it to a Teachable course and call it a virtual pass. So it's really exciting to see the kind of diversity of how people are using Teachable as well. I'm going to post in the chat here some other services that you could use to do live things or to do webinars. Demio is one. Webinar Jam, Zoom, Google Hangouts. We used Crowdcast yesterday. All of you were there. You know how that worked out for us. We've had some issues. But putting it in there because it's there.
But Demio is one that we've tried that that one's kind of pricey, but it is geared towards sales webinars, which would be really helpful.
We do have an article also that breaks down, a knowledge-based article that breaks down how you can do either live webinars or live streaming with
I'm going to post that here in a second.
Jennifer, thank you for doing that. Jennifer says, is there a link to sign up? Did I miss it? So Jennifer, there's no link. You didn't miss it just yet. So awesome. It is just above the video. There should be a button saying upgrade or join us. I can't quite remember. But it should be above the video. Let me know if you're having any trouble. So you can just select that. We'll automatically track it. And
5 bonuses from there.
Thank you. And if you have an account, select login instead of creating a new account. Victor says, definitely want to get into consulting. Victor, awesome. And I actually, I think that's really exciting. But do note, make sure you price consulting higher than what you would think, because it's your time and your time is super valuable. So just... have a little think about that. We do have more details in that in Teachable You on how you can work with kind of valuations and stuff. But I'm pleased you're thinking about that. Tony says, virtual high five. I decided to give Pro a shot and check it out. Woo! Virtual high five. Real high five.
I think we got one for Jeanette too.
Oh,
I don't know if we've done that yet, but
virtual high five, real high five, Jeanette. I hope you're also doing this to the
just give yourself a high five. Yeah.
I had someone leave the webinar. I had to do it myself.
Going back to Victor's.
Thank you, Kat. It says upgrade to Pro. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Well, we're doing
high five anyway for helping me.
I got it. All right, I'm just like trained here. Victor, I answered your question back via message, but you just shoot us a support email and we'll get that worked out with the bonuses.
Victor says my time is worth $100 per hour, that or more. Or then he says, or 160,000.
No, 1,600 yams. Oh, that's still a lot of yams.
Yeah, what did I just say? I said a really weird number. That is a lot of yams, but it is the time of year. Jennifer says, do you only get the bonuses on the Pro plan? So you get, if you join now, you get access to both on Basic and Pro. You get access to all of Teachable You, so that's all of the courses, all of the monthly webinars. But on Pro, you would get 8 weeks of group live Q&A coaching. Eric says, can I get a high five? Eric, yeah, you can. Virtual five, real high five. Eric's helping us out on the chat, so appreciate it.
Eric sits next to me at the office.
But if we've missed any questions, I'm really sorry if we have. I know they come flying in. So feel free to repost any questions if I've missed them. Tony says, now which school do I enroll in order to learn about how to grow an epic beard or stash? You got to stick around for Nick to come back. You. And I think we should do a webinar with just you and Nick and just like just the no shave November. Yes. Yeah. We'll let you know. If we've got one, we'll let you know. I can't give you advice on that. I'm not going to lie. Or maybe I can. I don't know. Kat says, can you guys be my virtual mentors? Yes. Yes, we can. I would love that, Kat. That would be hilarious. We could just stay all day. Yeah. Kat, what can we do for you? Do ask us if you do have a question. I'd love to mentor you. Yeah. Victor, Tony, we've done that one. Eric's on it. Oh. Victor says, is there a part of Teachable You or support that goes over consulting? I believe there is. Or we certainly have an article, like a blog post that goes into more detail. I think, does Teachable You go into it? I believe so. You just mentioned that it did, but we definitely have blog posts that do that. And Jennifer, you also asked this question. Asked a question, can I sell my ebook on Teachable for my class? It hasn't been answered yet, but that is also on our blog, definitely. Lots of people do it. Pat Flynn, actually, he actually sold a physical book and so did an online course as a partner to that book. So, yeah, books and courses go very well together. I'm not very good at this. So I'm not very good with PCs. Uh-huh. Oh, okay, so you're That's right, yeah. Getting the link for Victor. Great, yeah. Okay, so Nestle, could Teachable or does Teachable provide some step-by-step written setup instructions? I can do you one better. We got written instructions, but we also have a video at Teachable You. So Nestle, I can't remember if you upgraded already, but Teachable You
is part of the bonus bundle today. So if you do upgrade, or if you have a paid membership, you have access to Teachable U. We do video walkthroughs. That's the one of the ones I teach. I don't know if you saw that. Sorry, I just got to give myself a shout out there. But
See what you did there.
we will help you do we walk you through the setup. We walk you through getting your course up and running, and we also have support.teachable.com. That is our knowledge base. Oh, that didn't work. HTTPS : I'm typing this in, but this is our knowledge base, and it's very extensive. Hold on, support.teachable.com. Try that.
Victor, give me a second. I will.
Got to multitask here, but Nestle. This is a really, really comprehensive knowledge base. One of my friends and coworkers, Tim, is one of the writers for it. And it is just really, really useful. So if you've got questions about the product, about step-by-step setup questions that are written down, the knowledge base, the support.teachable.com is where you want to go. There's a lot of stuff to find in there.
Great answer. Yes. Victor, I've just shot you that article, which I think will be super useful as well. Some people are asking about what's within Teachable U and why it benefits people. So the reason wait, what am I doing?
Are we on?
No,
can you see
good.
us? Okay,
yeah.
Great.
I was like, oh no, the tech.
Technology.
What was I? I've totally forgot what I was saying.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Can you think about that real quick?
Oh, yes, I know what I was saying. So a lot of people are asking kind of what's the point of using Teachable U? Can't we launch prior to using Teachable U? So the benefits of doing Teachable U is that you don't hit any of the pitfalls that you have prior to a launch. A launch is super important in gaining the momentum and the success of a course launch. And we just try to address, I don't know if you agree with it, it addresses users' both concerns, how you can do research behind verifying your course, how you can ask your audience exactly what they want to learn about, and how actually to build an audience as well. So it goes into a lot of detail on how you can actually create a successful course before hitting any pitfalls.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah, and it's like it's a companion to building your course. You go through that as you're building your course at the same time, and then you'll finish it as you launch. So, but you could, in theory, and people do launch without going through Teachable U. People have, but we strongly recommend it. It's really great.
Vic says, "Thanks very much. I'm bookmarking it. I love bookmarks, Victor. I'm pleased you are. I have like an entire thing."
Jennifer asked, so the e-commerce, all that is taken care of through Teachable. Yes, you.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a single page checkout system. So what will happen is once a user, I know we were going over those sales pages, once a user selects either enroll or whatever you call that button, the e-commerce is completely handled by us. We have a single page checkout system similar to something like Amazon, where they can fill in their account, they can create an account and also fill in their credit card details all in one page, and that will automatically go through us as well. Everything's tracked automatically. You can see the revenue share within your back end as well, and Teachable can handle all the admin payouts if need be as well. So yes and yes. And if you need to see a single page checkout system, let me know. I can happily show you that too. William says, I see that you can enable comments on a class. Are there any integrations available with discussion boards or forums or more robust conversations with students or between students? Great question. So within Teachable, obviously, like you said, you saw the thread. You are able to, I think you can work with widgets, and you can also work with something like Discourse or Discuss. I always forget how to say it. Yes, but I frequently see a lot of my clients actually use, and Teachable uses it as well, creating a Facebook group or a Slack group. And that sounds very kind of left field because it's away from the platform. But the reason we recommend using something like that is because you can also sell that as part of a feature or access as well. So you can like join our private community in this Slack group, and that's actually part of a course that you're selling either in a bundle or you're selling it as a VIP option, that only people who are going for that option also get access to the community or something like that. I would say our commenting is more just for initially straight within the comments, exactly like you said and what you saw. You can monitor those, Will, but I can see exactly why you would want a forum or that community style conversation between the students as well. Victor says, is there a way to see demographic info about customers and or people viewing the course schools? Great question. So a profile is automatically created for a student once they enroll, and you'll see that on the back end. That gives you reporting, that gives you information on the user, that gives you, and the information you get from the user is their name, their email address, and their IP address. So you wouldn't necessarily be able to see their specific like details via that, but what you can do is embed something like a Google Sheet, SurveyMonkey, something like that, or a type form, so that you can ask specific questions that you want to get about the demographic that's signing up to your course.
And this is what I was saying in the chat, Victor. I was saying how you would want to use a more traditional CRM for something like that. A CRM is customer relationship management, but it includes email marketing platforms. So one that I mentioned in the chat was MailChimp. They basically you could add a MailChimp form. You can embed something like that. We integrate directly with MailChimp, so that's groovy. But you could also do a type form or something like that, where you keep that information about your customers, and that way you could get the demographic information about it. But yeah, my opinion, being an email marketer, you would want to use it more something else like a CRM rather than Teachable.
Groovy.
There was a question.
I didn't realize you're actually using Groovy as like a...
Oh, yeah, Groovy. Yeah, old soul here. Hold on. There's Jeanette. Jeanette asked, where can I see what titles are appealing to name courses? This is a really great question, and I know you upgraded earlier because you said that in the chat. Teachable U, the module is called creating your course, or create your course. In there, we talk about how to name your course. How to give it a really awesome title, and also naming your school. So both of those things we cover. Katie and I actually just gave a webinar on it a couple weeks ago on that we talked about naming a course, naming your school, and a bunch of other things. But those are all within Teachable U, and they go really into detail. So yeah, Teachable U is where you're going to find that.
Mm-hmm. Daniel says, would you say blockchain is a profitable course, and are there already a lot of people doing that? Yep. So something that I would note is a lot of people ask this. They're like, is my topic going to be successful? Is this a successful topic from the get-go? Mm-hmm. So the thing to note is that we do recommend getting down to your niche. So just saying like blockchain or something might be a bit too broad, or it might be too wide. That's why, like what John was saying, to specify I know you're not necessarily naming it blockchain, but to specify exactly what your audience is getting, and actually targeting your audience is it's integral to making it a successful course. We can never guarantee that all teachable courses are going to be successful. Obviously, that would be like selling snake oil. So the thing that we can do, the thing that we can do is guide you and give you all the processes to help it be successful from what we've learned from thousands of other instructors going through the courses. That's how we've gotten all this data and the back end of creating these courses. So it's very hard to be like, yes, blockchain, perfect, going to be profitable. It's very dependent on how it's marketed, how it's created. Are a lot of people doing it? Yeah, we have a ton of courses on. You can name a topic, honestly, type in the chat, and I guarantee we have a school on it. Whether it's been successful, that's like a different terminology, because some people have hundreds of people enrolled, but they're doing it for free. Some people are making an absolute mint, but they're selling courses for a lot of money. So to give a data perspective on that is very tough. But yes, we have people doing it. Yes, they are successful. But is it going to be guaranteed?
I hope
that was clear.
Daniel, I will say it's actually a really good sign if there are people teaching on your course. This is something that's also covered in Teachable U. But one of the things that the myth out there is that like competition is a bad thing. Competition is actually a really great thing. And it's a great thing for individual course creators like you, because if you have other people who are teaching something on blockchain, that means, and there's lots of them, that means there's actually an interest out there in blockchain. Yeah. It's really good for validating your course idea. And so this means blockchain is a really good way to go down, but it also means that you've got an individual perspective on it, and you've got something to add that is a unique voice in that ecosystem. And so it's super valuable. It means that you've got a market out there, and so that's kind of a head start.
That's such a great point, because it's really about having that rapport with your audience from your perspective. Because I don't know about you, John, but there's people I watch on YouTube and I'm like, this is great content. I'm for sure I'm learning a lot, but I cannot stand you. I can't watch you. So there are some people, and then there's others who I'm like, the content's like so, but I'm so engaged with what they're saying. I'm like dedicated to them, and I will not miss a beat.
You think about it like in college too. If you, I don't know,
my God,
school. If you went to university in the U.S., but I'm sure anywhere else too, where you've got multiple professors that teach physics, or multiple professors that teach accounting. All of them are professors. They're teachers. They're good, just like each of you. But some students prefer one over the other, and that's why you have those rate my professor things. I definitely use that, and there are professors I preferred over others just because of their teaching style.
Exactly.
So competition is a great thing.
I think it was our colleague Jess actually told us this, is that she used to have a professor who knew so much. He was such an expert that he was actually too good, which sounds ridiculous, but he would explain things in the most complex way, whereas someone else would break it down, because they were only a few steps ahead. They would break it down for them in a simple, easy, digestible way. So that's really important to be able to relate to your audience as well. And the Teachable You does go into that. So that's great question. Is what I'm trying to say.
Real quick, Terry, are there competing courses on making the ultimate s'mores? Just checking. I will say I have not seen any, and I've definitely not seen any with bacon. So you got that. And then Will.
Terry, please.
Please, we'll buy.
Yes, I'm in.
Will Horton, we're planning on offering some long, complex courses that have lectures, practical demos, etc. We expect to take students multiple sessions to complete. Can you show what a student's dashboard would look like in a course like this? I'd like to see I'd like to see that they can see their progress, that they can pick up where they left off in their previous session, etc. So those are definitely possible.
There's definitely an article that we can shoot you, but I want to see if I can jump. I can't jump into the back end of a school just because it will have actual data on the back end.
Yeah, privacy stuff.
I'm just trying to think what I can show you. Give me a second. Sorry.
But the answer is that from a student perspective, you can definitely see what your progress is, and where you're where you are, and you definitely will pick up where you left off. That's a definite user experience.
Yeah, and the thing that we focus on the most is, we focus on a lot of things, but we've tried to make it as easy as possible for your end user to be able to progress through a course, and exactly like you said, pick up and start where they've left off. So they'll see the percentage of completion what they've completed. It's a very simple design format. It's just being grayed out if it's completed, and if it's not, it's really obvious to select complete and continue. Really wish I could show you an example, but off the top of my head, I can't think of how I can do that without showing at the back of another school. But you can also shoot us if you want to see that prior to either signing up or joining Teachable. Absolutely. I know what you can do. You can go through a course, Carla's Cookies. Have you got
Carla's Cookies. Oh, this isn't Teachable You.
Yeah.
So we have a I don't have a login to it, but it's K.
Oh.
Yeah. Yo. So William, sign up if you're I can't remember if you upgraded, but if you did, in Teachable You, we actually walk you through a demo course called Carla's Cookies. It's an actual course on Teachable, and if I can pull it up, I will. Carla's Cookies. It's at carlascookies.teachable.com, so you can actually visit it. I don't know if the courses are actually for sale. I don't recommend purchasing them because
it's for free. It just gives you from a user's perspective what it's like going through a course.
Oh, you got it.
So
okay.
I highly
cookies.teachable.com. Yeah, it's the same website here.
I highly recommend going through that so that you can see what that's like. And don't forget, it is also optimized to mobile phone devices as well, so that users can do it on the go.
And we joked around today, with the name of the course and everything, and the course content. But this course actually has course content. When we created this course, we made cookies, we made the icing, and we went through and actually created this course as a company to show you what a course could look like in real life. So it's a sample course, but it's a real course that you could take and learn how to make cookies if you wanted. But it's good to apply to your own experience as well.
Daniel says, thanks for answering. Blown my mind. Awesome. Yes. George says, do you help find material for uploading that other classrooms are using? I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. we purely provide the hosting platform for courses. So you can upload content either from your computer, Dropbox, Google Drive, and you can also embed videos from YouTube, from Vimeo, whatever you want. But I'm not 100% sure what you mean by can we find other material from uploading other classes as well? I'm not 100% George. Let me know, and I'd love to get that answered for you. Will says, great, thanks. You're welcome, Will. Kat says, have you had anyone use the sales tab for their Facebook business page to offer their course sign-ups? The sales tab for their Facebook business. I'm not sure what that is.
We've not heard of any. Yeah, so I've actually not heard of anyone doing this, Kat. Give it a shot. Let us know if you. I know you upgraded, but if you join our private Facebook group and let us know.
Oh, I think she maybe means like join her community, like have your Facebook and sell your Facebook private community. I think to sign up to a course. You can absolutely do that, and we have seen people do that. So they have their community within a course, and they just call it community access or VIP community access instead of course or something. I think that's what you mean, but again, let me know if not. I'd love to actually address that. You've said sure, so maybe that's like 50% there as an answer. Janet says, years ago I signed up for a course and it definitely I can see my progress. Oh great, I'm glad you also did one. It's great to have a previous teachable student come through as an instructor as well. Kat says, no, business Facebook has a storefront tab. Oh, okay. So I must admit, I'm not 100% sure if you can do that. It may take some utilization on the CSS and HTML side, but I'm quite frankly, off the top of my head, I wouldn't know how to do that. Possibly you can. I would maybe play around with it first. To see. If
you do find a way to do it, though, let us know in the Teachable tribe for sure. Let us know in the Facebook page. We'd love to hear what you're doing.
Have you actually dropped the Facebook page? Or not?
I don't think I've dropped the Facebook page in there. Can you do that? I'll get the next question here. Janika, they're chopped. Oh no, it's Kathy, Toronto, Canada. Upgrade, but didn't get a confirmation email or an email with bonuses. Kathy, if you didn't get an email, it could have gone to your spam folder. That's something that we've been troubleshooting recently. But check out go into your admin area. If you log into your school, you'll also be able to access the bonuses. Or if you go to My Teachable, which is kind of like if you can have multiple schools with Teachable and under one account, and that's My Teachable. So I think that's my.teachable.com. Yeah, my.teachable.com. You'll have access to Teachable U and to your school, so you can navigate there to the bonuses from there. But they are applied. And if they're not, if there's still something wrong, shoot us an email at support@teachable.com, and we'll get you set up. We'll help you out.
Kat says, we'll do a joint webinar. Lol. Oh, yes, I would love to do that, Kat. That sounds awesome.
Kat, you joke, but seriously.
We frequently do. We actually do with Teachable customers as well. People have been really successful. We've been like, hey, come and do a webinar, and that's happened.
And I'm not. So this is, do you want some top secret information? Next week, we're going to be opening registration for our digital summit, which, again, you guys are a small group, so I think we can share this information. But we're going to be opening registration for that. And one of our speakers there is going to be Alana Kaivalya, who attended these webinars. She started like right where you are, not even a couple years ago. And now she has this booming yoga course business online, and she is one of our hosts at the summit now. So you joke, but like this could happen.
No, really can. Terry says, I like the idea presented in another one of your webinars of offering upsells to a version can such a thing at the very end, like with the certificate. Yep, so you can absolutely offer an upsell. So what will happen is after someone has purchased a course, an automatic thank you window will be prompted up, and you can add a video like, hey, thank you so much for purchasing my course. If you like this, you're going to love X, Y, and Z, or I'm going to offer you consulting for this price for this amount of time, or so on and so forth. So you can natively add in upsells to your course, absolutely, or to your school, absolutely. If I've missed any questions, or if we've missed any questions, please repost. I've just touched on that.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. That was good prompt.
Yeah. Terry, could you repost that question?
George says, oh no, that was, I think that was the one I just got, but.
Oh, you did? Oh, my bad.
Oh, no class levels, maybe I'm not. No, you're good to point that out. George says, so I need to find my own material for the course material. Correct, yeah. We do break down how you can do that, but the gentleman who we showed earlier, the guy who did how to be certified as a drone pilot, he literally did that over a weekend. Him stood in front of a whiteboard, speaking to a camera.
Yeah.
So, but Teachable U does break down if you wanted to use something like ScreenFlow or Camtasia or something like that.
There's a whole section on this.
Victor says, yeah. Oh, is it yours?
It's not mine. It's just like 5 different sections. It's a lot. We go into it in extreme detail.
It's
help you out.
Extreme depth. Victor says, question. I want to register for the digital summit. How can I do that?
You'll get an email next week. And if you don't register, then you'll get some emails following up. I can only divulge what I divulged, but that's the sneak preview.
Follow us on Facebook, though. I feel like we'll post it there.
We'll definitely we'll do it on Facebook. We'll drop it in email. So it's happening late October. It's 3 days, and we've got like 30 speakers. We've got a ton of different speakers, a lot of panels. So it's like value packed, awesome stuff.
Terry says, I only want to offer the advanced classes to those who have completed the other ones. That's a great point, Terry. So there are a number of ways you could do this. You could offer it in as a prerequisite. Okay, got it. So you could offer it once someone has obviously completed those course. Okay, this is how you could do it. You could drip content out over a certain period of time. So you're releasing the content, and as they're progressing through. But what you could also do is create private courses so that only people who have access to that direct URL can gain access to those advanced classes. So I would recommend reviewing who has completed those courses or got a certificate of completion, and then either granting them access to those private courses. I hope that answers your question. Kat says, do you have an affiliate program? Absolutely. My mind is now reeling. Kat, I'm sorry. We are bombarding you with information.
Overload.
Yeah, exactly. We do have a native affiliate program, which is a fantastic way to market your course. Yeah. So basically, for those who are watching, an affiliate basically just means it's someone else promoting your course on their behalf or your behalf, and all you have to do is set the revenue share, and that's automatically done on the back end. You literally just select the percentage that you would want the affiliate to get for promoting your course, basically. I hope your mind isn't reeling too much, Kat.
Yeah. I hope we don't get another mind blown moment here.
Yeah.
There's two minds blown in one.
No, yeah, exactly. Nelson says, Nestle says, once someone purchases the course, do you own that? Do they own what they paid for? In other words, something that they can get back to it as needed. Yep. So once you've launched a course or a course is up, it stays up once they gain access to it. As long as, let's say if it's a subscription model, and let's say a payment doesn't go through, that's when they would lose access to the course automatically. But otherwise they have access to it, but they don't own it. And you can have them download the content, but it's still your content. Victor says, question, does a customer need to have an account on Teachable, or can we direct them to the payment page through our own personal website? Yes, you can do that. So you can take payment outside of Teachable. Yes, you can do that. Daniel says, does it matter how much video I have in the course? Should we offer some free videos first? So I'll answer the second one first. I highly recommend offering some free videos first. It's great as a lead magnet to get people in. Does it matter how much video you have as a course? Absolutely not. There's no limit to the amount of content. We provide free hosting, streaming, and storage on all of our plans. The only thing to note is there is a 2 gigabyte limit per media file. Yeah. But to give you some context, I believe a full HD movie is about 1 gigabyte. Erica says, do you think 50% of the revenue share is too high? Is there an average percentage you recommend? Depends. It would depend on your audience, depend on your author that you're working with. Oh, you're talking about as an affiliate. I think that's pretty high. Again, I wouldn't necessarily take my... I don't want to give you a specific percentage. I think that's between you and the affiliate to come to a happy agreement. Depends. That's a terrible answer.
It depends. Look, I would look some of that stuff up online. I think 50% seems a little high right now.
Yeah.
To me, I would start lower and negotiate if
build
possible.
up.
So like start at 5% or 10%. I mean, it depends on how much your course is too. Like if you're offering a course for $500, like 50% is $250 that you're going to be giving away to somebody. Is that worth it? I don't think it would. That doesn't seem like it would be worth it to me. A couple other things in there, but I think we'll get way too meta.
There you go, that's so true. Kat says, in a good way. I'm glad your mind's reeling in a good way. That's good. Vic says, can customers download my videos and the materials, or can I prevent this somehow, that the said material can only be accessed while paying for me? Yep. So all the content is automatically behind like a paywall effectively, because someone has to enroll into your course. Unless it's a free course, you would put a pay gateway. I suppose that's the best way to say it. So they can only gain access once they enroll into your course, i.e. pay for your course. You can also have you can toggle on and off the option for content to be downloadable. I personally think you should offer students the opportunity to download your content so that they can have the full immersive experience, and they really normally appreciate that. And it means they give you like fantastic feedback about your content and your
it's funny you should mention that, because my first reaction is to like say no, you can't download them. But the cool part about that is, my first like choice is to be like, no, I don't want them to download my content. But the cool thing about it is the power is up to you. You can choose whether they can download that or not. It's like your preference as the instructor, as the owner of the school. That's one of the things that we're really good at Teachable, I think, is giving power to the instructor. That's you. And empowering you to really just own your school, own your online business, and be successful. That's what we want to do.
Erica says, okay, thanks. And it is already 3:40.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but I first of all wanted to say thank you so much for joining us, guys. If we've missed any questions or you need us to answer further ones, let us know.
There's one about the upgrade features in the admin.
Yeah.
They disappeared when you navigated away and came back. The way I know, there's probably multiple ways to do this, but the way I know is to go to my.teachable.com. And you'll log in using your email and stuff, but my.teachable.com. What this is, I said this earlier, but this is basically your Teachable account can be affiliated with many schools. And so you own your school. You'll see when you log in, you'll see schools owned by you, and then schools that you are a student at. And one of those schools will be Teachable U. Teachable U is actually built within our product. So you will be building your school. It's kind of a Teachableception, where you're going to be building your course in Teachable while you're taking a course on that, building a course in Teachable. So that's how you'll find it. I know we're wrapping up here, but Daniel, what cheap mic is a good choice to start with. There's a course on this in Teachable U, by the way, just plugging that. You could literally, good audio is really key to having a good video experience. So, I've used like headphone mics if you're in a pinch. But we do have a more extensive course on this in Teachable U under creating content.
Absolutely. And also just wanted to say from the team, from myself, from John, thank you so much for joining us, because it takes a lot to actually come and join and learn about courses, about the tech, and about the possibilities. If we've missed any questions, I would love to make sure we get them addressed. So please shoot us a ticket at support@teachable.com or teachable.com/help. And I'll close up this webinar, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining. Yeah. You've been awesome.
Round of applause. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Round
the mic.
Thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.